Welcome to the Wiretap. My name is Amiibo Jason, and on today's episode, we have a load of Nintendo news to cover. In fact, I think this is the biggest Nintendo news day we've had in some time. So, without further ado, let's take a look at everything that happened today. Alright folks, today, if you're unaware, Gamescom has started. Now, Gamescom is kind of like the E3 for Europe, so it's a big deal. Video game publishers from all over the planet arrive in Germany and show off their latest games, and Nintendo happened to have some sort of showing as well. Now, it wasn't first-party games, but Nintendo did do an indie-style direct today where a whole bunch of brand new indie games were confirmed to be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and some of these games I've been waiting to come to the Switch for a long time. Alright, first, we got confirmation that Superhot is coming to the Nintendo Switch. I mean, technically it's not coming, it's already out. It was shadow dropped on the Nintendo Switch earlier today. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Superhot, it's kind of like a puzzle shooting game. It's very unique. It's one of the most unique games I've played. Now, when I played Superhot, it was actually in VR, so not quite what we're getting here, but it's still pretty cool. Now, the idea of the game is that it only moves when you move, so if you move forward, time moves forward, but if you stand completely still, you can pretty much do some amazing things. Some really cool Matrix-style bullet time effects, you can pick up guns and bullets in midair, and do some really neat things. So if you want to pick up Superhot, like I said before, it's out right now for $24.99. It really is a great game. I highly recommend you give it a shot. No pun intended. Alright, next up we got confirmation that Hotline Miami is getting a collection on the Nintendo Switch as well. And once again, this one was shadow dropped too. It is available right now if you want to pick this one up. Now, if you've never played the Hotline series, it plays very similar to the original Grand Theft Auto. I'm not talking about the 3D ones, I'm talking about the ones on the PC and the original PlayStation. A really cool top-down perspective. It's really do whatever you want, steal cars, kill people, you know, it's that kind of thing. And the soundtrack is probably one of the best things about it, so if you're into like synthwave, I'd highly recommend you give this one a shot too. Once again, if you do want to pick this up, it's on the eShop right now. Next up, we got a surprise announcement that Ori and the Blind Forest is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This marks the second Microsoft Studio game to come to the Nintendo Switch, and I'm really happy this was one of the ones that was confirmed to be coming. Now, Ori and the Blind Forest is a Metroidvania type game. It's really great, and my biggest thing about this one is the art style. Like a lot of other indie games on the market right now, the art style on this one is really distinct. Gorgeous colors, lots of different particle effects, and it just looks like it runs really smooth. In fact, this almost looks like you're playing a painting, which I just think is really neat. Now, if you want to pick this one up, it's coming out in September. In fact, it's coming out on September 27th. Just add that to the list of the million games that are coming out this September. My wallet is going to be completely crying at the end of the month. Alright, now besides that, there were a bunch of other games that got confirmed. We had games like Blasphemous, which was confirmed for the Nintendo Switch. I'm really excited about that one. It looks like a more gory, mature Castlevania, if that's even possible. We also had confirmation that games like Euphoria, Earth Knight, Kine, Trine 4, and we even got confirmation that a Risk of Rain sequel, Risk of Rain 2, is coming out as well in the near future. Now, that's just a small handful of the games that were confirmed at this indie event, so if you want to see the entire list of indie games coming to the Switch, we have a link in the description below. You can check out everything that was announced, but I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this. What's your favorite indie game that was announced? Are you happy to see Nintendo and Microsoft doing yet another partnership? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Alright, next up we have a release date for the upcoming Witcher 3. It's coming out on October 15th on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this was another announcement that we got at Gamescom today, and on top of the release date, we got two brand new trailers for the game. One of the videos that was released earlier today was 41 minutes long, and it shows a whole heap of brand new footage from The Witcher 3 on the Nintendo Switch. And oddly enough, this looks like it's running really well. so well, I'm kind of curious how the heck they ended up doing this. I was always very, very cautious when they announced that The Witcher 3 was coming to the Switch because I know what kind of game that is. It's really impressive that we're seeing games like this ported to the Switch, and they look to be as functional as they are. If today's videos are any indication of what we can expect from this game, I can't wait to pick this one up, and thank God it's not coming out in September. It's going to give my wallet a little bit of time to breathe because, once again, it's coming out on October 15th. And finally, we have one more release date to discuss today. This one is coming out in September, which kind of sucks, but at the same time I'm really excited, and that is Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, coming out on September 3rd to the Nintendo Switch. So this is my favorite announcement of the day. I am a massive Final Fantasy fan. In fact, Final Fantasy VIII was my first Final Fantasy game. In fact, it really helped me appreciate RPGs as a whole and kind of led me down the rabbit hole of RPGs, and I just loved them from that point going on. Now, there were rumors before that Final Fantasy VIII was getting a physical release. We also heard rumors that there was going to be voice acting in this game, and we were going to see a $60 price tag, but all of that turns out to be just false. In fact, it looks like Final Fantasy VIII is going to be coming out digital only for the low price of $19.99. There doesn't appear to be any kind of voice acting whatsoever, but the game itself looks pretty great. On top of getting, obviously, a fresh coat of paint, it looks like it's going to support other things that we've seen in the Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX re-releases, specifically Battle Assist, which makes it so that your HP is completely maxed out. You have no encounters, so if you just want to kind of explore an area without having to worry about random battles, you can turn that on. And a ×3 speed boost for those of you who want to just get through the game quickly or get through more tedious parts of the game in a quicker fashion. Once again, this game comes out very soon, in under 2 weeks, on September 3rd. Let me know if you're a crazy Final Fantasy VIII fan like me. Like I said, I absolutely love this game. I think it's completely underrated. I know a lot of Final Fantasy fans hate this one, but really, I don't see why. It's an absolutely amazing RPG that absolutely deserves a little bit more love. Alright folks, that was a small sampling of all of the amazing Nintendo news that we got today. If you want to see all of the other news that got confirmed, we have a link to NintendoWire.com in the description down below. You can check out all of the amazing news that got announced today at Gamescom. Check it out. Alright guys, that's going to conclude tonight's episode of the Nintendo Wiretap. I'll see you soon with yet another episode, but as always, until then, stay wired in. Bye guys.